Oh, okay. Too exciting, I know.
Good morning, light. Good morning, sun. How are you? Skies above.
Yeah, just chill there, dude. Just chill there. Look at this little guy. So, this is my first video. I'm a bit scared because this is going to be really cringe, but you gotta start somewhere. You just have to ignore this guy because he's crazy. So, just gonna try not to. I just thought that I would talk about my mental health journey so you can get to know me a little bit better. So, I'm Freya-Rose. I'm 20. God, this feels so cringe. I don't like it. Basically, I've just always been a very quiet person, and I kind of wanted this to be like my outlet. I've struggled with anxiety my whole life, and it was a struggle in school because you were kind of branded as the quiet girl, and that wasn't who I wanted to be, but I was just too scared to talk. It sounds so stupid, but that's what anxiety does to you. So yeah, that's when I first started struggling with my anxiety because I was so fed up of just being the shy girl, and I felt like my friends and people kind of just walked over me because I was too shy to stand up for myself. So I really struggled in lessons, especially French class. That used to give me massive panic attacks. The lesson was just awful. And I ended up dropping it as a GCSE so that I could focus on my other schoolwork because that was just going downhill, as well as being 15, 16 and you don't have the best friends and stuff at that time. So yeah, that was really hard. Then I went to college. I decided to go to college outside of my hometown just because then I could be this new not shy person. I could kind of rebrand myself. There were new people, they didn't know me as this quiet person, so it was just a chance for me to kind of fake it till you make it. First year of college was really great, but the start of 2020, so about halfway through first year, I suffered with really bad depression. I think the change from leaving school and new friends, because I was no longer this shy girl that I was in school, I wasn't myself either, because the anxiety is part of who you are, and it just was really hard. It was like an identity crisis. It was horrible. I mean, 16 years old and you shouldn't be going through that. But that's when I met Harrison, my boyfriend now, and we just kind of spoke online, and no one had ever understood me how he did. I remember the first time we met, he picked me up and drove me to a party, and I was so nervous I barely spoke, and I just spent the whole party thinking I'd fucked it up because I didn't speak. But he obviously liked me enough, so he picked me up from the party and I'd had a few drinks, so I wouldn't stop talking, and we've basically been like that ever since. It was just easy with him. It normally takes me ages to open up to new people and I really struggle to be myself, but with him I just was, and I've never been like that with anyone, and it just was perfect. Then we had lockdown, which everybody knew was awful. I wouldn't have got through it without Harrison. It was really tough, and he stuck by my side and we got through it. Mentally, it was actually after lockdown that was a struggle, I think, because I did full-time dance at college and I was trying to do this dance course in my living room. Then coming back to the studio and you're back with people that you hadn't seen for months and new people, and it just was so hard, and my anxiety was so bad. Like, I really struggled. Where I hadn't spoken to people for so long, I just had zero social energy, and I was having really bad panic attacks at college, and I just fell out of love with dance. If you're a dancer, you know how awful it is to fall out with something that you've been doing your whole life. That was a really, really hard time. I started antidepressants during this time. That was a struggle. I also spoke to the college counsellor. He was amazing. Matt, his name was. He was just so helpful, and it was kind of the end of college, so I didn't really get a lot of time with him. But definitely, if you're in college and you need help, take what is offered to you. That's all I can say, because I wouldn't have got through those last few weeks without his support. And leaving college, life was pretty good. I got a job, I worked as a waitress, and then I got made redundant from that, which was a bit rubbish. But then I got a job at Starbucks, and I met my best friends that I'm still friends with now, and it just was amazing, like getting to work with your best friends. They're just some of the loveliest people and so supportive. They're probably watching this now and think I'm cringe, but just generally wouldn't have got through working there without them. The perfect boyfriend. I got accepted into RAD, Royal Academy of Dance, for my ballet teaching course, and I started teaching at my dance school that I've been with since I was little. So that was just like a dream come true, and it felt like life was really great. I came off of antidepressants, which was just like a massive step. Again, if anyone's been through it, you know how rewarding it feels not having to take them anymore. It's just so good. Okay, baby. Yeah, so sorry, as I was saying, this little pooch wanted to go snuggle. What was I saying? Starbucks was great. I loved it. Very happy year or so working at Starbucks, teaching. Everything was just going really great. Then fast forward to December 2022, so last December, we got a new manager. My friends had started moving on to new things. We were growing up. The company just wasn't that great. Sorry, Starbucks, but you're unorganised as fuck. So I decided the original plan was to work at Starbucks while I got my teaching qualifications, and then once I was qualified, teach full time. That's not gonna happen. It's just the work is just not there, and it's gonna take years to build a platform as a teacher. So yeah, I know. I decided to look for a new job. I wanted something more professional, more full-time, and a job came up as a customer service advisor, which was perfect. A bit more of an officey job, but it still meant that I could use my waitressing and Starbucks experience with the public. The hours, 10 till 2:30. Perfect. If you're a dancer, you know you need your evenings. I applied for that job and I didn't get it. They decided that my dancing would get in the way and I wouldn't be committed to the job. So I sent an email basically begging. I really wanted it. It was a good email. I was fighting for it and I knew it's what I wanted, and I got an interview and I absolutely smashed that interview. And yeah, it just felt like the start of 2023 was going to be amazing. New job, in my last year of dance school, like all of these massive things coming true for me. It went downhill. I got very overworked and I stopped looking after myself. I know, thank you. I was working these long days. I mean, when I was at Starbucks, I was working 6:30 till 2, so early, but I had days off to recover and do coursework, and now I was working Monday to Saturday, only getting Sundays off, working 2 jobs a day because I do mornings, and then, oh, okay, by then, working in the mornings, teaching from 3-4 o'clock till 7, 8, 9. Excuse me. He's licking my feet, it's really gross. Sit. Good boy. Thank you for the love. Sorry, he's really distracting me. I was really struggling working 2 jobs. Could not eat. There was no time for me to eat. I'm not a breakfast person. I do not like eating early in the morning. I wouldn't have a lunch break at work, so I was working 4 hours. Oh, I got offered more hours, so I was actually doing 9:30 till 2:30, which was 5 hours. 5 hours doesn't qualify for a lunch break, so I'd work 5 hours, no food or like snacking, hop on a bus, go straight to dancing because I'm not driving yet. Dancing late. Normally eat like lunch on the bus, but it would be like a Greg's or something fast, like a Mackey's. Occasionally pack lunch, but it would be like chicken and rice, like not a lot either because I don't like eating before dance. Again, if you're a dancer, you know it's not fun dancing on a full stomach. And then I get home about 8, 9, 10, then I've got to eat a full dinner, go to bed, wake up feeling awful because you've eaten too late, and it just, life got really difficult. Like, that's not a way to live. I was not looking after myself at all. I kept getting ill because my immune system just could not handle that way of life. So even the smallest cold, I wasn't giving myself time to recover. And I'm a gym goer, so I was trying to get in my gym, and just, I didn't have time for it. I didn't have time for myself. I stopped looking after myself. I was just work. My anxiety got really bad. I was getting ill all the time. I was getting anxious all the time. So I made a doctor's appointment. This was about 3 weeks ago, and I went back on antidepressants. And I feel like no one really talks about, in recovery, that step backwards when you have to go back onto antidepressants. Even though it's what I knew I needed when I went to the doctors and they said, yeah, we'll put you back on them. After the appointment, I just broke down. I felt so weak and disappointed in myself because I come so far in my anxiety and depression journey that I just felt like I'd really let myself down. It was rough. So I started antidepressants again about 3 weeks ago. I was trying to carry on with work, carry on with coursework, had exams, because I finished my course in October, so I've not got long now. It was a struggle. I was struggling. Then my nan passed away. She was really ill. We knew that she didn't have long left, but I think just everything that had been going on, and then dealing with grief and everything else, it just was way too much, and I just had a complete breakdown at work to my manager. She's lovely, and I just said I'm really struggling, and I was like, I cannot talk to people today. I was having panic attacks every morning, and it just wasn't great. So that's where we are now. I've been signed off work for the next 4 weeks by my doctor because I'm ill. Mental health is an illness, and although it feels really hard and you feel so alone, you're not alone, and it's okay to admit, actually, I need a break. I mean, this is so weird for me. I don't know how to relax. All I know is work, and these next weeks I'm doing absolutely nothing because I want to try and put myself first, which I really do need. Honestly thought I was going to cry in this video, so I'm quite glad that I haven't. But if anybody out there is struggling, then please reach out to your friends, reach out to your doctors. Don't be afraid to take the time you need. The world's going to carry on with or without you, you know. It's hard, but it's true. And I just felt like I was kind of running out of time to get things done, and everything was just too much, and everybody feels like that at some points in their life, and it's still hard now, but I hope you want to come on my journey with me, and I hope that this helps other people, and that together we can make the world a bit more aware of mental health and how we can go through this together. So I'll stop talking now, but thank you for watching, if anybody even has, and please let me know what you thought and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Say bye bye. Say please like and subscribe. He says to like and subscribe, so that means you have to.
Say what you wanna say.